Evening, folks. How are we? Can you hear me all right? First and foremost, good evening all. How are we? Who have we got in? Rich Rach, hey up. NX Modding, Davies Farming, the Sim Guy, hey up guys, how you doing? Gaming Wolf, James Hudson, Dinky, hey up buddy. How's it going, dudes? Evening Farmer Sim, how is everyone doing tonight? Yep, all good, thank you mate, all good. Hope everyone is well. Evening FS, I'm at my daughter's sat watching with my grandson Elliot. He says hello. Hello Elliot, hope you're well mate. Look after that granddad of yours. Nice, nice. So yeah, appreciate your time joining me on your, what day is it today? Wednesday. Yeah, I must admit I'm a little bit nervous at the minute because within the last 20 minutes my game has decided to crash. So I thought I'd fixed this issue a while ago, but yeah, fingers crossed it doesn't go wrong again. MTK Sim Farmer, hello mate. Hey, Welsh, how are you, pal? Good to see you, dude. Appreciate you joining me. How is everyone? How are we all doing? So yeah, I'm a little bit nervous, if I'm honest. I've got all this work to crack on with on this stream, and yeah, the game decided to just crash on me. It's done it twice actually. I do have a handful of new mods running, but it's Anyway, let's just ignore that for now, shall we? Phoebe Grace, hey up, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, we got a load to do this evening. I kind of figured we'd jump onto Saxlingham and do a bit because there's always quite a lot to do on here. So we've got to top up the animals with a bit of food, from some bales, blow them in some straw. We need to get rolling a field, which I'm going to do. I'm going to get that sorted straight away. I'm going to run course play on that one, and we're going to get because it's field 37. Those of you who watched my last episode of this series will know that I planted the canola in field 37, I think it is, which is a pretty big field. So I need to go out and get the rolling done before the end of March, before the crop germinates. So yeah, we're going to get that going anyway, get that started, get course play running, and then we'll make our way back over here. We're going to dither around in the telehandler and get a few things sorted with that, and then once that's done, then I've got a field to get cultivated as well, which was the sunflowers that we harvested a few episodes back. So that's the plan, and then with us having the cultivator out, we'll be able to showcase. I know we did it in the last episode in here, but just one of the many fantastic mods that we have been graced with in these last couple of weeks for the game, and that's Field Goals by Oz, which is just mega. It really is. There's been so many script mods, especially. Released in the last kind of couple of weeks or so, but we're kind of inundated with them, and they're all absolute genius. They really are. So yeah, we're a lucky bunch of players, I've got to say. Who have we got in there? Ritter, hey up mate, how you doing? Good to see you. I'll try and drive in a straight line and read the chat, and not drive too fast as well, because I know a few of you over on Discord gave me a right wellying a few weeks ago, saying that I was driving like an absolute lunatic on one of my episodes that I did on here, and I was like, was I? I didn't think I was, but I didn't realise I was anyway. But anyway, that's all good. But yeah, evening guys and gals, hope you're all well. See what I mean? Sensitive steering. I'll look off to the left to check out the chat, and I'm already off the track. So anyway, how are we all doing on our Wednesday? Tell you what, it's been a heck of a day here today in the United Kingdom, at least. It's been like, what, about 18 degrees. Not a cloud in the sky, blue skies, absolutely gorgeous. Perfect temperature for me, that. Not too cold, not too hot. Kind of Goldilocks temperatures, it really is. So, right. Let's pull us into the field. I know I did say the game had crashed, but I think it should have saved. Yeah, field roller, there we go. So we'll send this off on its way. Get started. I do want to get an idea of how long it's going to take, actually. The starting point should be here. Now, I've been doing this quite recently, quite a lot, actually. Starting all my field work, making sure I start with the up and down rows first. 1 hour and 16 minutes. Right, there we go. Does anyone else do that? I know when it comes to plotting courses with course play and doing manual field work as well, you've got your when you run your harvesters, of course, you run your headlands first, and then you run your up and down rows second. But when it comes to most other field work, like drilling, seeding, rolling, all that kind of stuff, I tend to prefer to do the up and down rows first, because then you're not driving over the headlands that you've worked in. Does that make sense? I don't know if that's just me or not. It makes sense in my head anyway, but many things make sense in my head that don't in others, but hey-ho. Hey up, Mark. How you doing, mate? Mr. Thor in the house. Hope you're well. I do have a mod from Mr. Thor that I'm very grateful that he sent me over a few days ago to hopefully showcase to you all at some point. Or not showcase to you all, because there's not much to showcase, but it's more of a... well, I say it's more... It's an overarching mod that changes just about everything financially in the game, and I think it's absolutely brilliant. It really is. So yeah, I'm going to hopefully go through that. But like I say, I am just a little bit nervous just because of the way that my game is. It's done it twice now this evening while I've just been sitting here waiting to jump on the stream, and within the last couple of hours it crashed about an hour ago, and then it crashed literally about 30 minutes ago, just before, you know, roughly about 7:30. I wasn't even in the room. I'd left the game on. I was just stood there doing absolutely nothing. I'd gone out to grab a glass of water, come back in, and the game was shut down, and I'm like, what? So it's just this plague that I've had over the last few months. I know it crashed on me during multiplayer live streams when we're doing multiplayer stuff with Welsh over on the Farmer's Table and a couple of other episodes, and I've had this crashing on there, and now it's just done it to me on this as well. So it's I thought I'd got over the problem by spending a buttload of money on a new NVMe drive, and I've changed everything over, running the whole game, everything to do with Farming Simulator and the recording side of it, and OBS and all that, all runs off one NVMe drive now, in a vain attempt to just make things run smoother, because the PC is really capable. It's a you know, not blowing my own trumpet, but it is a pretty capable PC. And as I'm talking and driving, I'm going the wrong way. I need to go this way. I need to go and find my telehandler, don't I? And start. We're going to go sort out the grass bales. We need to give the cows and some sheep some grass, and then grab a couple of straw bales, blow some straw into a couple of the animal barns, and then feed the pigs. Give them a top up of some food, and then once all that's done, we'll have a quick check up on Courseplay that we've just got set off, and then we will run our own bit of field work with the New Holland and run the cultivator in field 39, I think it is. Is that field? I'll check my notes. Yeah, field 39. Right, telehandler, where are you? There we go. We want our bale handler. Rion says no skill issue. Well, I'm hoping there's not going to be any bloody skill issues. It won't be skill issues on my part anyway. If anything does go wrong, I'll be blaming my computer. But yeah, it's a weird one. It really is. But right, so we want that first and foremost. There we are. I'm going to go and hitch up our flatbed trailer. Hey up, Mids, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Hope all's well, buddy. Appreciate you joining us. There we are. Right, so yeah, we want our Brogan bale trailer here. Just wait a bit. Cheers, Ritter. Such faith everyone has in me. He says. Look at the state of that. I was lining up the wrong bit on the back of me bloody telehandler there. There we go. That's a bit more like it, isn't it? Let's try that one. That'll do. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. There we are. Pull out of here and go round to our bale storage. Go grab some bales. But yeah, we have been inundated with some incredible mods of late, haven't we, folks? Especially PC. I know a lot of them are PC only, with them being script mods, but there has been some incredible things. We've got Ozzy's Moisture mod, obviously Field Gulls. I know Ritter and NX have had some crackers. I know they've that I've been showcasing once or twice in the last few of my videos. Mr. Thor, as I've just mentioned, has sent me over one that I'll go into it in a minute. Actually, I'll get us round to the bale shed, and then I'll just bring up a few things that I wanted to, because I've had to take some screenshots of the preview of the game before the mod, and then what we've got now with the mod, so just so you can kind of reference the difference that the mod has brought to the game, because it is incredible. It really is. Right, so let me just spin around in here. And we've not actually got many grass bales. We've only got about 10, but that should do us just about right, because timing-wise, it's worked out just well. When I started this series off and we did a load of grass work, I had tons of grass. And we've been feeding the cows up to now, and we've now got 10 left, which is perfect timing, because come April next month will be our next cut of grass. It's currently at growth stage 3 or 4, so it'll be ready to go. Right. You're starting the skill issue counter, says Rion. Well, let's hope you won't have many to count to, eh? Right, so we want the grass bales. I want all 10 of them. Yep, let's bring them all out. There we go. Hope you're well, Mr. Farm Sim. Even thank you. Hope all is well, mate. And Rich, thank you. Your mods are just superb, and realistic livestock is just so good right now. Yep, they all are. They really are. We've got some incredible mods to play with now. We really have. Right, let's get those 3 loaded on. I must admit, I do love this. I don't tend to play with many Lizard branded products in the game. I do tend to prefer to stick with the brands, but this thing from Black Sheep Modding is just mega. It really is. What's going on there? There we go. Let's drop them off there. That'll do nicely. So yeah, this mod of Mr. Thor's that I wanted to showcase to you. Let me just come to a stop here. It's called Realistic Economy. There's been quite a few mods recently come out with starting with the name Realistic, hasn't there? Realistic Economy, and it basically covers everything in the game when it changes vehicles. I've got a load of details here. I had to basically keep the README file open on my screen here so I could read it to you, because there's so much to consider. So bear with me as I read this to you, because it's wonderful. It really is. So, Realistic Economy overview. Realistic Economy is an economic overhaul for Farming Simulator 25 designed to bring the in-game economy closer to real agricultural conditions. The mod adjusts several economic systems to create a more believable farming environment where planning, efficiency and operating costs play a more important role. The intention is not to make the game harder, and that's in bold text, but to make the financial side of farming feel more authentic and rewarding. The main features one of them is realistic land values. Now I've taken a couple of screenshots here. I'm going to try and remember which one's which. So this one, number 2. So as you can see here, this is an image of what it was before the mod was installed. So if we look at if we take into consideration the value of the land per hectare, so you can see there, I'm just reading the small text on my image there, but it's about £77,000, £77,326 per hectare. That's what it currently that's what it cost before. Now if I go into my map PDA and I click on the same field 40, now I've got the mod running, the land value is now dropped significantly to £23,197 a hectare. So the value of this field was north of 500 grand. It's now only worth 175. And Mr. Thor has done incredible work and diligence in making sure that the prices that the mod works with are more kind of centered towards what real life is, if that makes any sense. So yeah, one of the many details that this. Now I can't obviously showcase every single part that this mod brings to the game. But I just, I just to showcase that for example, vehicles as well. If we go into the used vehicles section, I used the Landini Rex 4 GT as an example. Base game wise, this is 39.5 grand, I think it is. With this now, it's 37.5, and it does away. The mod does away with a whole load of detail. If I go down to, where is it here now? There was mention of something anyway. I'm confronted with a whole wealth of text in front of me, but essentially it does away with the 50% loss of value of vehicles that we get in the game as well once you purchase them. It basically balances things a lot better with real life stuff, so it's really, really cool. It really is. But if I just read a little bit more to you from what we've got here. So yeah, realistic land values. Farmland prices are standardized using a realistic base value per hectare. Rebalanced consumable costs. Prices for key agricultural inputs have been adjusted to better reflect real-world costs. Affected consumables include seeds, fertilizer, solid and liquid, herbicide, animal feed, mineral feed, silage additives, bale materials and wrapping supplies. Input costs now have a larger impact on farm profitability. Adjusted crop yields. Crop yields have been calibrated using real-world agricultural references where possible. Harvest quantities now better represent realistic production per hectare and create a more believable balance between field sizes, machinery capacities, harvest outputs and market values. Balanced production chains. Production chains and greenhouse outputs have been adjusted to prevent unrealistic profit scaling. Factories now operate with more consistent input and output ratios to maintain economic balance across the game. Again, the detail that is in this mod is just outstanding, quite frankly. But one of the other images I had was the time saving. I took an image of my time saving stock check before the mod, and I can go into it after. But this is it before. Now, if we have a look at, for example, the eggs there, again, I know the game puts things into literage, doesn't it? But we had 364 litres of eggs that have a maximum value of, where are we there? About 500 and something quid, which is an enormous amount of money for eggs, let's be honest, isn't it? It's quite frankly extortionate. Whereas now, if I go to time saving stock check, where are we, eggs? Yeah, there we go. 56 quid. Currently, sorry, 20 quid. 20 quid for what is a very, very small amount of eggs. And that makes way more sense. It really does. My barley has gone down significantly in value, and as has a few of my crops, so I've got to thank Mark for that. I've lost a load of money in that if I carry on using this mod. But if I bring up the image again for time saving stock check, previously I had 20 at max value. It was 27 and a bit grams worth of barley. I've now got 16,400 quid's worth of barley. I had where are we? Where was the other one I was looking at? The corn. I had 46,000 pounds worth of corn. I've now got 22,000 pounds worth of corn. So thanks, Mark. Some things haven't changed. There are some values that haven't changed, but some values have significantly again to reflect more realistic prices in the real world. So there's so much that's gone into this mod. Work labour system. Realistic Economy introduces a custom labour payment system for AI workers. Instead of the simplified helper cost used in the base game, workers are paid using a structure similar to real contracting labour. Workers receive a standard hourly wage representing normal working hours and are paid a minimum 1 hour. Call-out fees. Every time a worker is hired, a fixed call-out fee is charged. This is reset daily. This represents the cost of bringing external labour to the farm. Overtime. If work continues outside normal working hours, labour costs increase using an overtime multiplier. How clever is that? Let me just tab out the game here so I can scroll down here. It's incredible. It really is. Weekend work. Working during weekends applies an additional wage multiplier. Reflecting higher labour costs typically associated with weekend work. This system encourages players to plan work more efficiently and schedule tasks carefully. Gameplay impact. With realistic economy installed, players can expect a more realistic operating costs, greater importance placed on efficiency, more meaningful farm management decisions, much tighter profit margins, deeper and more immersive farming experience. The mod is designed to remain compatible with most maps and other mods. It's just brilliant. It really is. These are the kind of realistic mods that I think a lot of people have been really, really hoping for, and yeah, they're coming. They really are. Now, realistic economy isn't out yet. I haven't been able to put a link. I haven't actually been able to generate a link to your Discord, Mark. So I wasn't able to put something in the description for this video. So. If any of you are interested in keeping an eye on Mr. Thor's mods, because he has been a very, very busy man, so I'm going to suggest at the minute, if you make your way over to my Discord, the link is in the video description for that. If you make your way over to my Discord and just keep an eye on stuff over the coming weeks, Mark will no doubt post a link to his Discord there, and you'll be able to keep an eye on things there, if that makes any sense. It's the simplest way I can think of doing things, really. But yeah, there we go. Right, so we'll get these loaded up. I'm aware that I've just loaded these up relatively one-sided, so Let's pop those on that side. Not being too neat and tidy with these, I might, let's be honest, but it's fine. Get the last one. Where are we? There we are. Thank you. How are you getting on with your PC, Davies? You enjoying it, mate? You're new to the PC world, aren't you? Oh, there we go. It's just picked all them up off the... Right, that'll do. Rough and ready, I appreciate that. Stacking on the trailer there. Right then. See how far I can get the hitch away this time, mate. Try that. He's incredibly talented, busy, and sarcastic, yes. Yeah. Don't I know it. There we are. Right, there, safely on. Have I got it close enough? Just. That'll do for me. And we've not got to go too far with this first load, because I just need to drop some round here at the sheep. Of the 10 that we've got, I'm just going to drop 2 in the sheep and put the other 8 into the larger of the 2 cow barns. So there we go. Let's drop that off there. Pop these doors open. Right. Oh, and thankfully I've got them in groups of 2 at the back there, so I'll just unstrap these ones. Good, good, mate. Glad you're enjoying it. Good to hear. It's a whole different world from consoles, isn't it, PC playing? It really is. Right. Just make sure I try and grab just these ones. That'll do nicely. There we are. You made a farm on Saxlingham and you're enjoying it. Good stuff, mate. It is still an extremely popular map, this one. It really is. And I know Mr. Brisco is working very hard on a 4X version of this thing, isn't he? Which I know is going to be a good way away yet. We've still got a good bit of time ahead of us before that thing comes to fruition, but my word, is that going to be a popular map when that's released? Because I know a lot of people do, like me included. We do like a 4X map, and putting this into a 4X is going to be absolutely brilliant. It really is. Alright, let's try. Oh, there we go. It's done it for me automatically. There we go. Just get the hoses attached. There we go. That'll do. Close those doors. Right, so that's the sheep dealt with. Right, just spin around my tree here and turn around and go back. There we are. Colby Kester, I switched to PC last year and it was the best decision I've made for playing this game. The mods available for PCs are insane. Yeah, well that's the thing, mate. There is something pleasant to be said about console games, I know that. I've actually been enjoying playing other games anyway in the last few weeks anyway. Overall, I've got an old PlayStation 4 Pro there attached to the telly. I've just been enjoying some relaxing console gaming there. But with Farming Simulator, yeah, the limits are endless when it comes to PCs. They really are. Unfortunately, there is a massive limitation when it comes to the old script mods with the consoles, isn't there? Unfortunately, it's always been a subject, a topic of discussion in the Farm Sim community, hasn't it, for years? Is this coming to console? Will this come to console? And unfortunately, most of the time, the answer is nope, it's not. And it's not Giant's fault. It's not the modders' fault. It's the limits put on the altering of the game files by Sony and Microsoft, I believe, pretty much, to put it as simply as possible. Did I see your last DM, Farm Sim? I don't think I did, mate. No, I turned Discord off about 25 minutes ago. If it was that frequent, if it was that soon, mate. That was when my computer crashed. I kind of shut everything down just to make sure that it wasn't that causing the problem. There we are. So disconnect again. Get rid of them. Right, where are we? Evening, Per Olof. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Blacksmith, you talked about a mod before, didn't hear too much, something about economy. What's it called? It's called Realistic Economy, Blacksmith. It's not out for release yet. It's a mod that Mark Thor very kindly sent me an early access copy of earlier on, a few days ago, I think it was now. And yeah, it's one that basically it changes pretty much every aspect of the game financially, and it's brilliant. It really is. So yeah, if you're interested in following that, if you're a PC player, like I say, I haven't been able to post I couldn't actually generate a link to his Discord before to put a link in the video description. So jump over to my Discord and just keep an eye out on there, and I'll do my very best to either myself or Mr. Thor himself will keep everyone updated with mods on there. I would never have a console again. Well, that's the thing. Once you've experienced PC playing, it would be very difficult to go back again, wouldn't it? I do appreciate that very much so. Oh, I've just knocked a bale over. Shocking. There you go, Rion. Number 1. Alright, we'll drop that in there. Drop them there. Good stuff. Hiya, isn't Ford allowed on console? I don't think... I'm not sure... I'm not too... I don't think so. Although... maybe they are now because there was some... was there not some Fords in the... one of the DLCs recent... wasn't there? The... which one was it now? The Plains and Prairies. Ford wasn't allowed at one point. There was a pack of tractors that was... around in Farm Sim 22 that was always branded as Lizard. So yeah, the licensing might be there for Ford. I'm not actually too sure with it. There is a Ford in the Plains and Prairies pack, so that might be of what made it official, possibly, I think. Anyway. Right, so that's the bales done. There we go. So now I want to go and get a handful of straw bales. We'll just roll on around there now and grab a few straw bales. But there is a Ford deal. I don't know. It's not a Ford DLC per se. It's got Ford in it. The Plains and Prairies pack's got those big old Fords, hasn't it? The big articulated twin-wheel things, the big old-school things that, yeah, nice big old things. But yeah, so I think Ford might be an official brand now. Ford is always sketchy with licensing, says Big Mac. I've got Ford on here, but again, you see, this is the joy of PC playing. You can have those things that don't necessarily exist in officially off the mod hub. I mean, modders work around it, don't they, by creating a branded version and just a Lizard version. Skill issue number 1. On the economy mod, I'm hoping to add identities to the workers and have a salary option too. Oh, that's pretty cool, mate. You have been a busy lad, haven't you? Ah, hey up, Elite. How you doing, mate? There we go. Add a bit of clarity to the conversation from Elite Farming there. Ford is not licensed. It's only the Ford version of Versatile that was. Right, so there we go. Appreciate that, Elite. Nice one, mate. Thank you for that. Yeah. So yeah, it's one of those things. It's a technical thing, I suppose, in that instance with the Ford branded tractors. They're technically allowed because they're the version that were Versatile as well. So there we go. Hey up, Nina. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Any more lambs arrived since I last spoke to you earlier today, mate? You been busy? Nina's an actual farmer. She's a sheep farmer. And currently in lambing stage at the minute, aren't you, mate? So yeah, all systems go. Although, like you said, They don't come when Brian's out doing stuff, do they? But as soon as you're on call, they're all at it. Typical, absolutely typical. Right, so there you go. Here you go. I've got my little Ford 7610 here, which is my lovely little old tractor for running my straw blower. This is exactly what we're going to do now. Now I think I can. I've done this before. But this straw blower takes 3 round bales perfectly. So let's just see if I can drop these in without too much of a faff. Hey up, Eamon. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. How are you? Hope all's good with you, buddy. Right. Up and over. Get a bit of an extension on the boom there. But if I just... I think I might have gone... There we go. Let's just go with that. Boom. Oh! It's good. Like it. That worked perfectly. So, boom in. And now I want to go... I think I'm going to need... In fact, I'll keep this attached just for a second, just to make sure that we've got enough. But I'm pretty sure... Let me just remind myself which of my animal barns need the straw the most. Goats are fine. They're fine. They've got a bit. They're all right. Right, it was these ones, I think, wasn't it? We're going to split these between the 2 pigsties. So... let's get reverse round here. To hit the shed there. Hey up, Sean, how you doing, mate? Am I going to play on the new Aussie map? I probably will do at some point. I haven't played on it yet because I don't think it's out yet. I know Args has been given the early access on that one, and he's done a cracking map review of it. He was on it earlier this morning, actually. He was on the live stream this morning, wasn't he? If any of you caught that, so go back and watch it if you didn't. He was building an awesome... it's not Lego, is it? I can't remember the brand he was using, but building an awesome Claas Combine Harvester on his stream. I don't know how he does that. I really don't. Build a big, complicated Lego model and play Farm Sim at the same time, all at the same time as live streaming. Good on him. Hey up, Craig, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Appreciate you joining us, man. Hope all's well. Right. Let's get this pulled in here. Hopefully. Right, so what have we got? I have got... I think we can just put just as 1 bale at a time, done it, so... FARMERSIM, is your PC instability due to the latest update again? Well, it could be, Blue Bug. Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately. Yeah, we've had the update. I've actually not had Farming Simulator on for the last couple of days. I downloaded the update this morning, the update to Precision Farming. But I've had the game on pretty much most of the day, and it's been fine. And it's only, how are we bales there? What's going on there? 4,032 litres. That's not a whole bale, is it? Right, I'm just going to put half of that in there. Call it there. Right, yeah, they'll do for straw. Let's make our way around to the next one. Now I need to actually remember which one of these it is I blow the straw into, because there's 2 sheds on this pig barn. Yeah, I must admit that it does look a really, really nice map, that Aussie map, doesn't it? Right. Is it in this one? Can't actually remember. This is the problem with playing multiple save games with different mods and stuff, and especially when I don't do them as often as I should. I tend to forget all the little bits of detail. Right, it's not this one. Quite obviously. I think it must be the other one. So we'll go and drop that in there. Oh, I've been working on a mod to auto-apply optimized graphics settings and dynamically adjust them as you play. Oh, now then. That sounds pretty cool, Mark. I know a lot of people would benefit from that. They really would. Because Farm Sim 25 has been... It's as wonderful as it is. I mean, I love it. I really do. But it's a very demanding game on systems, isn't it? Compared to others. Compared to 22, for example. It's really, really demanding. I know I spent... Because my video quality is really important to me, I've tried so hard and spent an enormous amount of money as well over the last kind of couple of years just upgrading my PC in order to try and get the best I can for the purposes of my videos. Oh, there we go. I had the trigger there, didn't I? Where are we? I had the trigger then. Why did that trigger just appear and disappear? What's going on? Let me just move a bit further over to that side. Well, this is a faff, isn't it? Really? I definitely saw the trigger flash up, but I was right in the aperture of the door there, so let's just try going in the other way. See if it makes a difference. Nope. Well, you're not getting... Oh, because where's all my straw gone? Oh my god. Right, do you know what? We're just going to leave that there. They'll be fine for straw for now. Dear me. Yeah, 20... Oh, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, they're alright. 27,000 out of 29. Yeah, they're alright. Well, they must have actually... It must have just taken... That's a bit weird, isn't it? That's a bit weird. It's not skill issues at all. Right, so onwards with the next task anyway. We need to go and feed the pigs. So, need to make my way back to my telehandler. I'm going to try my best not to tab through my vehicles. Skill issues mounting quickly. It's just looking at different things. I'm reading the chat here and looking at the game here, but I had a bale or so left in the blower there, and then it was empty, but the straw's in the pig barn now there, so it's all good. Are you off, Rion, mate? Take it easy, buddy. Good to see you. Right. We'll get the bucket attached for this one. Just drop that thing roughly about there. Nice and neat. Lovely jubbly. We have got to do a little bit of backing and toing now to our silo with this and to our potato shed. So I just want to give 2 buckets of everything. In fact, no, I can do it once because well, what I have got is the awesome adjust capacities mod from Ritter, which is brilliant, which you can do on the fly in the cab, and I absolutely love it. I really do. So in actual fact, this is exactly the kind of scenario that this would suit, really. So the bucket I have in front of me has a capacity of 10,000 litres, And sorry, 5,000 litres. But if I press K, I can then double-click that, change that to 10,000 litres. Boom! Perfect. There we go. I can now carry 10,000 litres in my bucket. And cut my faffing around time by half. So let's pull that under there. In fact, where's my auger? My auger's out the front of the front there, isn't it? There we go. Start filling. And I want, what do I want first? Consult my notes. Barley. There we go. Stick 10,000 litres of barley in. Lovely. Rapid unload mod. It kind of was, wasn't it? It must have done it as I was looking at the chat or something, because anyway, it's done. That's all that matters. Anyway, yeah. I'm tired as well, what can I say? I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, what can I say? Right, so we'll go for this one first, as the doors are still open. So, all being well, tip that in there. Lovely. I let my hair grow. Well, it's still growing. I haven't cut it recently. Hey up, Cher. How are you, mate? Good to see you. Although, like I said before, it's a been a properly nice day today. And it certainly felt like spring is definitely on the way. I know a couple of neighbours have already got their lawn mowers out, and I've already been told, right, you're mowing the lawn in the next couple of days, because we've got this lovely weather now till at least the weekend. So, yeah. I've got to go and dig the lawnmower out of the shed in the next couple of days and get that done. First cut of the year. Right. Scoop that up there. Start filling. Now I want some corn. There's my corn. Yep. 10,000 litres of corn. Nice. It was even sunny in Glasgow. Hey up, Oz. How are you, mate? I was just talking about you and your work before, buddy. Hopefully going to have another bit of a go with field goals in a bit, with a bit of cultivating work. Assuming my game doesn't crash. So far, so good, anyway. You shaved your lawn at the weekend, did you, Welsh? No, you beat me to it, mate. Yeah, I've got that task to do in the next couple of days. Thankfully, the lawn isn't too big, so it's not going to take me too long. Although I'll have to do the front one as well. But yeah, and once you've started, you can't stop. Once you've made the first cut, you've got to keep it going, haven't you, over the next few months? But it was just really nice. I went outside before, and it was just a lovely spring smell. A couple of the neighbours have already been cutting their lawns this evening, and it was just a really nice, nice warm temperature. Nice spring smells of freshly cut grass, and it was like, yeah, this will do. This will do. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed that one. Where are we there? Things could be better because my girlfriend and our youngest kids and her mother are stuck in Dubai. OEC. And before Christmas I found it good. Bloody hell, Craig. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. That's, man, that's, yeah, that's some pretty awful news, man. Sunflowers. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that, mate. That's awful. Good evening, pal. It's been sunny here in Lancashire now. That's unusual. Well, you're not far from me there, ONT. I'm just down the road in sunny Cheshire. Couple of junctions down the 6. Hay fever season. Yeah, that as well, share. Pros and cons and all that. Indeed. Right, so once this is done, I think I'll get the grain out of the silos and go and do the other pig barn as well, and then we'll run to the potato shed and get a couple of buckets of potatoes. There we go. Perfect. So let's just check up on their feed. That's this one. Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, that'll do. Back out we go. Hey up, Dutch. Time to start the skill issue counter. Shut up, you. No, it isn't. Although if the game crashes again, that'll be considered my fault, and that'll go onto the skill issue counter, won't it? Tell you what, though, I know it's this has been a relatively long-running series so far, and I've only done, this is episode 17 technically, and it's been a good few weeks in between episodes, but I do absolutely love playing this map and this build as well, this farm. It really is quite something. Very special build from Kim. Alright, let's go for sunflowers again. Do it in reverse order this time. There's that. I did toy with the idea of placing down a pig food mixer, but I couldn't find one that did everything that I had, because I've got a varying bit of pig food. Obviously, I've got my potatoes and my corn and my sorghum and my wheat and my barley and my sunflowers and my soybeans. There wasn't actually one pig food mixer that dealt with all of them, so I kind of figured I'd just stick with doing it like this manually. I'll shut those doors in a minute. Yeah, I kind of figured I'd just stick with doing them like this manually, bucket by bucket. How are you, Dutch? How's things with you, buddy? Right. Let's pop that hatch open. There we are. But it is awesome just how popular this map still is, because it's been around for a while now, hasn't it? And I mentioned this in the other episode that I did last week, that because we've actually got a Saxlingham multiplayer server set up through my Discord now. Big shout out to NX Modding for setting that up again. A lot of work he put into that. But yeah, when we did a vote for what map should we go on, the overwhelming response was Saxlingham. So yeah, it's awesome to see just how popular this map still is, and it is a beauty. It really is. The Fisher J, howdy Farmer Sim, hotel is booked for Lammer. You're way more organised than I am, mate. I know I should have done that a long time ago, but yeah. For Lammer 27. Definitely looking forward to that. It's a good time, innit, Lammer? It really is. Right, where are we? Give me that trigger. What do we want now? I want some corn. Another 10,000 litres of corn. I'm fine. Wish I could retire, though. Don't wish away your years like that, mate. Anybody tried the Neighbours mod? Funnily enough, I was just about to talk about that one, because I did have that running before, and when my game crashed about half an hour before the stream, I didn't know what the cause was, so I kind of frantically disabled that mod. But I did want to I was really hoping to be able to have a look at that. It did say, in inverted commas, it worked, but it didn't, because I got it set up. There was a tractor spawned in one of the fields, but it didn't work. It appeared in the centre of the field, and then worked its way towards one of the islands in the field, and just sat there raising and lowering the seed drill that it was going to be obviously using to plant something in a field. So yeah, So I think I need to do it. It would have undoubtedly been a mod conflict, maybe, that the reason for why my game crashed, I don't know. But I just I didn't want to risk it. But it clearly wasn't that was the problem, because the game has crashed since then as well. So yeah, it's but that is an amazing mod. It really is. The ingenuity with that, with all of them that we're getting recently, is just mega. It really is. But yeah, I want to have a look into that. I did actually watch Scroft's video in the intro. I watched the first few minutes of his Pichonier Valley latest episode, where he talked about that Neighbours on Fields mod, and even he was experiencing quite a drop in frames per second on his relatively pretty savagely capable system that he's got there. He lost about 30 or 40 frames a second, I think. Right, what do I want now? Barley. Do I want barley? Let me just check on the... I've lost where I'm up to with these ones now, haven't I? Da-da-da. Right, we've done these ones. Yeah, barley. And then we'll go and get some tatties. Welsh and I are so keen for Lammer, we were almost going a week early. It's good fun though, isn't it? It's as I've always described it as Farming Simulator's day out, and it is. It's where we all get to go and meet each other in real life and go and actually, you know, rub shoulders with a few of us, see some big kit in real life, and it's a great day out. Well, a couple of days out, isn't it? It really is. I know I'm looking forward to it, especially assuming and hoping there'll be another Farm Sim community meetup next year as well, which is always a really good time. Now, I am making life difficult for myself here by doing it in cab. I can hardly see where I'm going around that big ass bucket in front of me, but I just needed to get my bearings there. There we are. Lovely stuff. And another mod that has actually come out that I just want to briefly mention very quickly. Again, those of you who followed my series that I've done on this channel, one of them that I did the other week was another episode on Gage, Kentucky. And the corn dryer that I've got on there, I've just put, I think it was about 400 and something thousand litres of corn into a corn dryer. And I really need that corn to be dried off within a couple of months, because the best sell time is January on that particular map for dried corn. But the production cycles of the corn dryer that I've got is woefully low. It's like 2.88 cycles a month. And I've always had well, ever since it was released, I've had the production control mod installed, and that gives you the option to turn up the production cycles of any given production system in increments of 50%, up from anywhere from it's like 50% up to 300%, which has been brilliant. And 300% is a considerable increase. But Buy-in Gamers has recently released, within the last few days, has released a mod called the Adjust Production Points, and that enables you to not only increase the production cycles of a mod to whatever you want. It's not just limited to a percentile, as it were. You can literally just go in and put whatever number you want in, and it also allows you to control the capacity of that particular production system as well. So I've actually disabled the production control system from this save, and I've now got that Adjust Production Points mod running in this one, and it literally came about like, what, 2 days after me saying over on my Gage, Kentucky episode that I could really do with being able to turn up the production cycles beyond the 300% that mod allowed me to do. And sure enough, within 2 days, mods to the rescue, and it was like, wow, perfectly timed. It really was. So yeah, it's very, very helpful to have. So you can literally just go in and turn up anything to whatever you want. Right, so we'll go to this, we'll give these ones their tatties now, and then we'll go and and then I can shut all the doors on this one. Tip these in here. Job. Right. That's us done with this pig barn for this evening. Right, there we go. Get these doors closed. Yeah, the dirt collar mod, Davies. Yep, that's recently just been brought back again, hasn't it? It kind of disappeared for a while, didn't it? But it's back on the mod hub now, which is great. For anyone who isn't aware, that's the mod that puts the. For example, if you're in a field liming, it'll put lime all over your tractor eventually and all over your wheels and such. That's what that mod does, and it's brilliant. Turns your tyres green if you're working in grass, turns them white if you're working in lime, and dusts it over the vehicle as well. Again, just another testament to the level of realism in the mods that we've been graced with for Farming Simulator. It really is utterly brilliant. Sumo also does the mod. Which mod's that, Dutch? Because I know there's one I've recently got hold of that's the... I can't remember exactly what it's called. Forgive me. Again, that's another challenging thing, isn't it? It's just keeping a track of... Oh, hello. Oh, no. Why has that suddenly stopped? See, it's at 5,000 litres at 100%. That's just reset itself, interestingly. $10,000 litres. That's better. Well, that's interesting. So what happened there? Yeah, that was weird, wasn't it? The bucket, the capacity adjustment that I'd made had just somehow reset itself. And I definitely didn't do anything to that. I've just been driving along talking to you wonderful lot, haven't I? Busybodying away. Anyway. Unless there's a keybind shortcut that the cable for this controller that I'm using has managed to press on my keyboard, but I don't think that would be the case. I don't know. The main thing is, once we've got this lot into the pig barn here, it'll be the job done. And then, once that's done, I'm going to go and shift a load of manure and slurry from the animals into the BGA that we bought in the last episode. Disturbed Simulation's wonderful mini BGA. And, hey up, Mrs. Welsh. Rion says skill issue number 3. He's meant to be in bed. Stop counting. Rion goes to sleep counting my skill issues. He doesn't count sheep or anything. He counts my skill issues. Oh, hey up, trouble's in. Hey up, trouble. There we go, skill issued. Told you. Shut up, you. And thanks for such a wonderful, wonderful words you said about me before, Kim, in the Discord. Right, there we go. Job done. So, let me just check my list. I've done that. Done that. Done that. Yeah, I just need to shift the slurry now. And the manure. So, I've got my Vulture around here with the slurry tanker attached. And again, the capacities have been altered on that one. So we'll just... In fact, I don't want to get that and put that in the way, actually. So we'll just stick it round here. Where it's not in my way. It's as good a place as any. There we go. Lovely. Right. Now, has this capacity stayed what it was before? Yes, it has. 50,000 litres, so yeah. Interesting. What do you mean you think? Right. We'll up to about there. Start filling. What have we got in there? 15,185. Oh no, this does take its time, doesn't it, to fill up. Catch up on the chat. You haven't been on Saxlingham for weeks now, I may restart it. It's got that draw to it, hasn't it, Fisher? You just want to come back to it and come back to it. I know I do with this particular one anyway. With this, this is like, for me, this particular save game is the save game to end all save games, because I've got no less than 3 separate Chimera builds on here. I've got this wonderful creation that she made for me to start this series off, and it's also got Welsh's build on here as well, and one that she did for herself, and through the procedure of editing a placeable file and copying placeable text from one XML to another, I was able to put all 3 into one. So yeah, it's quite a save file, this one, it really is. What do you mean, what do I mean? Who, me? You've lost me there. But yeah, this is the ultimate save file, this one, it really is. Right, nearly there. I think it's this particular manure slurry tank that's got quite a slow fill speed on it. But then we can get all this into the BGA. We've got some here. We've got some in that pig barn in front of us there. We've got some round at the cows. And the same with the manure. I managed to get rid of it. Anyone who watched the last episode of this series that I did know that I had about 70-odd thousand litres of glitched manure in my big cow barn, but I've managed to get rid of that by editing the XML and just zeroing it all. So fortunately I don't have a load that's stuck. So there we go. So this one fills up way faster. Much faster. There we go. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean? I don't know what you mean. You're waiting for the seagulls. Yep, hopefully not too long now, mate. Like I say, we'll get all this lot done. Get this slurry taken round to the biogas plant. We'll do the same with the manure. And then we will be jumping in the New Holland and throwing the cultivator on and going and getting that done. Right, there's that one. And in fact, how much have we got in here? Oh, bump. Start filling. I mean, slurry's empty. Oh yeah, okay. Right, slurry's empty. Maybe I think that's what might be happening. This cow barn might actually be sharing with that. That's fine. That's all good. Perfect. Farm Sim Oz. I'm not sure if I did. When was the latest one released on your Discord, Oz? If it's been in the last day, then unfortunately the answer is no. I want to see the disappointment in Farmer Sim's face when he harvests a field with the new yields. Well, that's interesting, actually. Will it have affected the readouts that I get from the fields? I'll have a look in this one now. We've got a crop in the field here, and this should be all tickety-boo. He probably hasn't, Oz. Apparently he has a life. Do I? You're joking, aren't you? Expected yield 123%. Or is this just, is your mod just going to affect the yields when we're out in the combine, Mark? Either way, it's all good. It's all good. I'm looking forward to running it properly. Just better scatter behaviour if you drive over where gulls are currently feeding. Ah, right, okay. Well, I'll make sure I'll get that updated. But no, I definitely haven't had one from your Discord in the last couple of days, Oz. Not in the last couple of days. I haven't actually had the game on in the last couple of days, to be honest. Because apparently I have a life, says Oz. Says Dutch, sorry. Yeah, I've been there's just been loads to do, do you know what I mean? As much as I would love to sit here and do nothing all day, apart from talk to myself in front of my computer, I've had other stuff to do. I've had cars to detail. My mate Kieran bought himself a new to him, second-hand brand new Audi A3, and I gave it a full paint correction a couple of weeks ago, and there was it had some bodywork done on one of the back quarter panels that was a bit rough, and me doing my paint correction had kind of made it stand out more than what it did before. So we had to, or I had to, give it a wet sanding at the weekend, which was quite a job. But yeah. You know, I think this farm needs a redux. Do you reckon, mate? A bit of a revamp. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? I think it's perfect, mate. It really is a wonderful farm, this, and I will always be forever in your debt for what you've done for me with this one. Even now I still get a huge amount of interest asking for, can you show us an image of it, and this, that, and the other. Where did you put this, and how are this placed? And people trying to recreate this farm. Yeah. It really is an amazing build. I could do better. Well, you would say that, mate, being the artiste that you are. Yeah, all good, thank you, Craig. All good. Just about. Hanging in there and all that. Hey up. Ooh. Got that one on there. Right, let's just pull forward a tiny bit so I can get those hoses attached. There we are. I might not have done myself many favours here in respect of giving myself much room. Oh no. Tickety-boo. There we go. Hey up, Long Hill. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. How's it going, bud? You well? Appreciate you joining us on your Wednesday evening. Joining us here on Saxlingham. Right, so we'll go and get this manure done. Where do I go first? Go and grab it from the pig manure pile round the back here first, I think, because there's not that much here. Nice SF18. Yeah, I love these Richard Weston trailers. I really do. And got to give a massive shout out to David Van Mol, who a while ago did me this version with my logo on, which I was very grateful for. I might have to change the capacity of this one actually when I figure out how much manure we've got round here. We shall see. But we'll get this lot burning away in the biogas plant. And then we'll go hitch up the cultivator. We'll have a quick check on Courseplay, because I've got a funny feeling that Courseplay is going to have spat its dummy out, because I know one of the... There we go, start filling. Oh no, perfect, I think, he says. Bum, 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 bum. How much manure have I left on in the bunker there? 5555. No, we'll leave that there, it's fine. It'll do. Yeah, Courseplay had a... one of the route it was taking was going to send itself right through one of the islands on that field, because there's 2 or 3 islands on the field it's currently working in. And no matter what I did with plotting the course, changing it in various ways, I couldn't get it to not. So we'll go and see how the JCB is doing very soon. Yeah, if you haven't already, as Nightbot has very politely asked there, if you haven't given the video a like, I'd be very grateful if you could. It does do wonderful things, so yeah, please do. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do hit that sub button as well if you're new. Welcome in. A proper hive of activity on here this evening. Kudos, thanks Eamon. I did try. instead of just doing the usual, let's just go for a bit of a harvest or a bit of a this, that and the other, I kind of realised that I did actually have quite a lot to do here. We've got quite a lot of animals to keep on top of. And as always, it's a busy, busy farm, this one. So, missed the trigger there. Back again. Yeah, dump the manure in. That's it, Welsh. Don't forget to hit the like button, people. Thank you. Right, how are we looking for that now? Mini biogas plant. So we've only got just under 38 grams worth of 38,000 litres of manure. Plenty of slurry. So yeah, we're ticking away nicely. We've got... and those of you who did watch the last episode, I know I ended at... we're now... I spent a couple of grand on a couple of trees that I placed down here. I still need to do a bit more landscaping around here. Tidy this place up and make it feel a bit more proper. But we made a good chunk of money already over the last couple of in-game days from the biogas plant. We made a few quid from the selling of the fabric as well and the clothes. Cheers, Davies. Nice one, mate. But yeah, we're doing all right. It's brought in a decent sum of money so far. So, right. Now it's time to go and see some goals when we pull out the cultivator. So I'm just going to park that there. There we are. And we're going to jump in our New Holland. The one thing I have disabled, because it was a constant error in my development console thing, is the darker shadows and lighting. Just again, as a frantic thing earlier on, just before the stream started, when my game crashed, it was like, what do I do? I didn't know what to do. It was like, you know, a few minutes before going live, and I'm like, oh my word, this is the last thing I need. So I disabled that, and I'm now just running the, I'm running the Saxlingham lighting for this map. So hopefully that might have been what's causing the crash. I don't know, as a result of a combination of the latest patch. It's not been today, it was yesterday, wasn't it? I don't know. But so far so good. The game hasn't crashed. It's not done. It's not misbehaved in any way. Have I still got the card that you gave me at Lama? I certainly have, Cher. It's just down to my right somewhere, I think. Down there. But yes, of course I have. Of course I have. You are tired but good, aren't you? Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Long Hill, mate. Very good, thank you. Sin has posted a solution for that on your Discord. A solution for what, Dutch? Right. So this is the field we're in up here. To get cultivated. Seagulls time! Absolutely. It's bloody brilliant, this. It really is. So very clever. Have this. Right, so let's get it unfolded. Very, very quickly though, I'm just going to tab over to my JCB. No way, are you almost finished? 2 minutes left. No way. Ha. Let me just check in the map. PDA. Growth. Needs rolling. Oh, perfect. Look at that. It didn't. Because if I bring up the... How do I bring up the thing now so you can see the... If I go into here, go into the map. There we go. There you see, look. See that bit going right through the island there? I kind of thought that was going to get me, that was going to scupper me completely. Oh, brilliant. There you go. No skill issue there, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose, admittedly, it's done the usual, missed a couple of tiny bits, but we can ignore that. I'll tidy that up afterwards. But anyway, right, we can get rid of that. I can get rid of that course that's still in there from the last episode. Right, we can drop you down. Now I am going to work on the headlands first here, but give it a sec. Here they come! Kamikaze seagulls. That is just absolutely brilliant. It really is something special, that. Oz, you're a legend, mate. You really are. Haven't had any issues with the update, but I have to set up a test save for the cab cinematic. Entry element works okay, but exit doesn't. Doesn't matter if the vehicle has. That will be, Eamon. Do you have more visual animals running? That was the issue for me, and I think I'm pretty sure now. If you download the latest version of More Visual Animals from Ritter's GitHub or his itch page, that's there is a fix that was fixed, Eamon. It's weird how those two mods affect each other, but yes, if you and what in fact, what version, if you are running More Visual Animals, what version are you running? Are you running the original version from Arrow? Or are you running more realistic livestock that has that's got the visual animals built in, or are you running the separate More Visual Animals mod? Yeah, that's what you might want to look into, mate. Oh, you did? Yes, there you go then. There's your solution, because it did the same for me. It's GitHub. Cheers, Ritter. Yeah, Ritter latched onto that one for me. That might have been on the back of one of my issues I was having with it, and very kindly and very quickly sorted a fix out. But yeah, it's weird how those two mods are kind of linked together, isn't it? It's just mega. It's so cool, that. Ah, you've got arrows, right? Okay, cool. Well, I highly recommend, and I'm not knocking Arrow at all or anything like that, because I know he's kind of left the modding scene now, hasn't he? But I know Ritter has made some improvements to both realistic livestock and to the More Visual Animals mod, Eamon. So wholeheartedly recommend to go and, if you are running or wanting to carry on running those mods, go and download the updated Ritter versions, mate, from his GitHub. And your problems should be solved. It's a wonderful community, this. It really is. I'm so honoured to be a part of it. The fact that, you know, we can do these videos, I can do these videos and go, oh, this doesn't work, and within a couple of days, you know, a modder, in this case Ritter, you know, recognises he can figure a way out around a fix, and before you know it, it's done. And it's like, it's so cool. It really is. I'm trying to do this. I'm driving this manually, as you can see, but I want to drive it manually, but at the same time, I want to look at the seagulls. So, what out of interest, Oz, what adjustments does the very latest version of Field Gulls bring, mate? I haven't played FS since the update, because I go to a day centre Monday to Thursday. Okay, mate. Well, I'll be waiting for you when you get there. When you get to it, mate. It's, to be fair, it wasn't too much of a big update, this one, was it? It came with a couple of free bits of machinery. We got a new telehandler, didn't we? In fact, you know, I'm just going to come to a stop, because I haven't actually had a look at that yet, have I? Not once. So, yeah, it's this one here, the Kramer KT577. This is what the update gave us. I believe you got the option for just the varying tyre brands, and that's pretty much it. And then we got a vineyard sprayer, which I'm assuming is going to be in Grape Tools, isn't it? Just want to go and have a look at this, because I've literally not had a look at it. Grape Tools. There we go, the Berthoud Winair 1000. It's quite a nice little thing, actually, that, isn't it? That's pretty cool. So we had that, and we also had, I believe, if we go to sprayers, where's sprayers? Sprayers. There we go. The Case Patriot came with, it gives you this, there you go. You get a relatively patriotic United States Stars and Stripes livery. So yeah, amongst a couple of other fixes, but apart from that, there was very little. It wasn't a huge patch update, was it really, this time? So yeah, nice one, Eamon. Basically, if you drive back over where the gulls are, you will be able to drive over them. The new version will make them scatter, so it looks much nicer. Right, okay, got you, Oz. Nice one, mate. Nice one. In fact, Oz, just while you're here, mate, for the purposes of the viewers watching and reading the chat, am I correct in saying that Field Gulls is eventually going to be fired over to the mod hub, to Giants for release? Is that how it's? Because I've had a few people ask about it. That's all, and I know it's only accessible to those lucky few of us who have access to your and who are members on your Discord. But yeah, I know a few people have shown, rightly so, a lot of interest in it. So yeah, just so I know what to tell people when they ask me in comments and such, if you know what I mean. Absolutely love it, and it makes for great cinematics as well. It really does. It really does. Sorry, I just happened to glance up and see Kim's message before saying no skill issue. There is a skill issue. I can't win, can I? That's the bottom line. I can't get away from this. This is going to be stuck with me forever. This skill issue label. Good God. I submitted it 8 days ago, so hopefully soon. Right, brilliant. Cheers, Oz. Thank you, mate. I think that's going to be massively popular. It really is. I know it's received a lot of love and attention in the comment section of many videos that have showcased it so far, and it's proper cool. So I think we'll call this the final headland, and then I'll start turning on the up and down roads. It'll be on my headstone. Yeah, it will. You're not wrong there, Dutch. Yeah. And that'll be Kim's fault. I'm sure this whole skill issue thing started with Kim a very long time ago. FARMERSIM, thank you for another awesome live stream. As always, keep up your fantastic work. That's very kind, Craig. Thank you, mate. No worries. Glad you've enjoyed it so far. Where are we up to? We've actually got quite a lot done in a lot less time than I thought. We're only an hour and a half into it. I kind of figured I'd have... Well, for a start, I don't want to curse it, but I'm just grateful that the game's still bloody running. There's nothing worse than having that scare go through you minutes before a live stream and the game slows down. What do you mean, excuse me? You definitely started this skill issue thing, didn't you? Over on Discord. Hey up, Rob. How are you, mate? Good to see you, pal. You are excused. Forgive me if I'm wrong there, but if I'm remembering incorrectly, but I'm almost certain you started that. Actually, it started with me. Shut up, you. Where did you come from? It started with me. Kim just pointed it out. You can certainly try. There's a skill issue. I just missed a bit. Shocking. Bless the capital letters, you. Stop shouting. His memory. Do you know? Do you know what? I hold my hands up to that, Dutch mate. That's not something that I have any control over. Yeah, I've the last few years I've genuinely been forgetting things. It's scary sometimes. It really is. Mate, Mark, I know, mate. I know I can't win. I gave up trying to win a long time ago. You're absolutely right there. It's a good job it's all in jest, he says. Let me just get these little bits of sin here. Nice, that'll do. That will do. I know I've got steering assist available to me, but I've always said this, haven't I? I spend so much time when I do my field work in my usual episodes. I spend all the time doing it with Courseplay and faffing around with cinematics. So when it actually comes to doing actual field work, I actually really enjoy just doing it myself without the steering assist, without the automation. It feels the right thing to do. So far, so good. Does anyone else have that texture thing? Where it seems to take ages for the texture to load in, sometimes. It drives me potty. I don't think I'm the only one who experiences that, am I? Admittedly, it's not doing it quite so bad here, but especially when you look out a cab and look behind you. You see, there's the downside to doing things manually and not running steering assist and keep turning around to look at all the seagulls. You miss bits. I'll take the blame for the trebuchet, for the lumpery and calling you a namby-pamby, but the skill issues are on. Alright, alright. Yet again, I'll admit defeat, because I ain't going to argue with you, mate. Not a cat in hell's chance. I get enough grief at home here. So yeah, you win. Yeah, I need to go back and get that bit there, don't I? Shocking performance. You get that as well, do you, Davies? Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one then, mate. Boring English maps, really. Farming Simulator needs some North Italian vineyard-based maps. Well, I mean, I don't think I'd go as far as to say this map is in any way boring. Bally Hammock, forgive me, mate. I'm not struggling to. But yeah, this is far from boring, mate. I'm afraid. Definitely, there is something very nice about Italian maps. I know I've enjoyed playing Etruria by Edo Mod, very much so. That is a beautifully created map. Can Dutch RC, mate, thank you so much. First time catching you live from Saskatchewan. Snow is melting and starting to look like spring. Mate, thank you so much. That's really kind. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Really glad to you've been able to catch me live for the first time. Ooh, sent you a DM about the Darkest Shadows LUA errors. Thank you, Dutch. I do appreciate that, mate, because I've ever since discovering that little wonderful thing a very long time ago, I have always had those LUA errors, and I've never it's never caused me any problems. I've never been too I've not been too bothered about the LUA errors. I just don't look at the dev console. But recently, whether that's been the cause of the crashes that I've had during my multiplayer live streams that I've done with Welsh, I don't know. There was many things it could have been, and I tried my very best to fix them all. So, yeah, no, I appreciate that, Dutch. Thank you, mate. I'll check those out. Honey, cotton and sugar in English. Okay, no worries. But yeah, no, I wouldn't. I definitely wouldn't call this map boring, mate. There's nothing boring about an English map, especially this. Especially not the big one that I know we were all looking forward to, Whitcomb Park Farm, from the legend that is Oxygen David. That's not too far away now, is it? Really? I can't wait for that. I really can't. But yeah, there's something. I know I'm maybe being a bit biased here, being British myself, but I mean, I enjoy them all, if I'm honest. I don't have a favourite. Oh, actually, I do actually have a favourite. If I had a favourite, if someone said to me tomorrow, Farming Simulator will now only take place in one country of maps, for me, it's a US map every time. It's what got me into the game. It's just what I love about the game. There's something very, very special about a US map for me. Yeah, I suppose, Davies, you're right with that one as well. We don't really have enough UK maps. There's a few Irish ones now, isn't there? We've got Ballyspring not far away now as well from the guys over at Air Agri. That's not too far away, I don't think. I apologise, but I don't really like traffic flowing in the different direction. Oh, it is what it is, mate. Yeah, that's all good. We like what we like. We need more Canadian maps. Yes, I'm with you there, Kim. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. We've got Sudbury, Ontario. I can't be told off for not saying that correctly. And I actually cut my teeth with Courseplay in Farming Simulator 19 on Peace River by Camille Canuck, who's made his way back into the farms, to the map making community recently. So it's really nice to have him back making maps. Actually, I need a Northwest Germany based map. Well, there's a good few of those over on the mod hub. North German Country being one of them. That's what the map's called, literally, North German Country. I did a showcase of Sin the Dane's farm build on my Your Farm Build series a couple of weeks ago on there. It's a cracking build. The map is now back on the mod hub for a small amount of time. It was actually taken down for some reason, but it's now back up again. So, yep, we've got German maps, we've got European maps, we've got Italian maps, we've got Irish maps, we've got UK maps, we've got some Canadian maps, and we've got plenty of US maps. So there's literally something for everyone, and that's another wonderful thing about this game, isn't it? There's something for everyone. Hey, listen, you say Saskatchewan, right, which is harder to say than Ontario, so how can you not... How can I... Oh, God damn it, I just can't do anything right, can I? It was just the pronunciation. I used to say, for anyone who doesn't know what's going on there, it's because when I did a map tour of Sudbury, Canadian Phoenix Modding's wonderful map, and I said Ontario, didn't I? Because that's how my mind read it, but then I got a stern telling off minutes later in Discord saying it's Ontario. So yeah. As a female farmer, I wish I lived in Germany or Italy. Interesting. So what do you farm in real life? But yeah, there's some cracking North German Country is a really nice map. What's the other one called? Schwessing. I'm going to get done for pronouncing this one incorrectly now as well. Schwessing Bahnhof. That's a really nice, relatively highly detailed 4x PC only German map, if I remember correctly. I think it's 4x. Yeah, it was a really nice map. It's a really nice map. Anyway, Kim, I don't need to say anything wrong for you to give me grief, do I? You don't need an excuse. When have you ever needed an excuse to give me grief? If there's a Y in the day, I get grief. Standard. Close enough. says Dutch. What, in my pronunciation of Schwessing Bahnhof? Yeah. I have Belgian citizenship, but Dutch language really hard to speak for me. And there's a V2 out now as well, says Dutch. Is that for Schwessing or for North German country Dutch? Remember my rule, Farmer Sim, don't play a map if you can't pronounce the name. That's a very good rule to have. I grief you out of love. Well, there you go, mate. There you go. I know you do. I know you do. I love it, really. It certainly makes the Discord a fun place to be, doesn't it? You give me a load of grief. And then if I try and give any back, and then everyone's like, Mum and Dad are arguing. Judith Montana? Oh, Davies. Yeah, that's been around for a while. That's a standard. That's a wonderful map. That's where we did my first multiplayer map. Multiplayer server on there. I've always been a massive fan of DJ Modding and his work and his maps. Judith Plains is no exception. Yeah, it's a wonderful map that I'm on, mate. And now you're on PC. You've got all these things to enjoy, haven't you? That's why Mark hasn't played since FS19. He can't. There we are. Oh, the wonderful friendships that we have. Hey up NX, how are you, mate? Good to see you. I'm good, thank you, buddy. I'm good. I'm good. Just getting this last bit of cultivating done. I'm Dutch, moved to Canada in 2006 and bought a farm in Saskatchewan. That sounds idyllic, mate. It really does. Yeah, that's the reason, Oz. Yeah, your secret's out now. That's why you've not been playing Farming Simulator. Kudos to you for sticking to your own rules. I mean, but you haven't played since FS19, so what's your excuse for not being able to play Court Farms? You must be able to pronounce that. 11 billion of them. Any skill issues to report? No. Not many. I've not done too bad, have I, you lot? This evening. I don't think. Done alright with this field so far. Let me just pop into the PDA and just have a quick check to see where we're up to. Yeah, look at that. Mint. Twenty past midnight for me and I'm still standing. Do you know what, mate? I'm surprised I am. Well, I know I'm sitting, but I'm surprised I'm still awake. I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning, for goodness sake. I'm very surprised. I've still got the power of speech and thought. But still going. Just anyway. Shut up, Welsh. I can't say cut. Brilliant. Right, let's go and catch up with this side. Kind of level it off a bit, I think. It's been acceptable. Oh, oh, shit. There you go. Just as we're talking about acceptable levels of skill issues, I go and do a Clarkson and smash my cultivator into a vertical pole. In this case, a tree. Thanks, Dutch, though. It's been acceptable. That's nice to know. There we are. But yes, of all the things that I am looking forward to in the next few weeks, map-wise, Whitcomb Park Farm is definitely up there as one of the ones I am most excited for. I have been a huge fan of Oxygen David and his work for some time now. In fact, I think one of the first UK maps I played when I found Farming Simulator 19 was Shellington Valley, and I absolutely loved that map. One of the details I really loved about it was the dealership wasn't the dealership, the usual screen. It was out in the car park, wasn't it? Ghost of Shibuya, first time catching one of your live streams. Just want to say I love your videos, and it's because of yourself and Scroft that I got back into playing Farm Sim. Much love from up in Scotland. Mate, thank you very much. That's really kind. Thank you. And well, do you know what? I'm Scottish anyway, so whereabouts in Scotland are you, Ghost? I hail from Edinburgh myself. I miss my homeland, I really do. But yeah, wonderful to hear from you, mate. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I'm very glad that I played a small part in giving you the motivation to get back into playing Farming Simulator. I really am. Can I try Clattenhoff? Maybe I could like that. Is that a map, is it, mate? I'll certainly have a look into that. Clattenhoff. Always on the lookout for new maps. Maps are a very subjective thing, though, aren't they? Some people... Maps that some people like, some people just don't. It's a clicky thing, isn't it? You either like them or you don't. I'm very, 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 very particular with maps. I really am. A map's got to have a pretty decent amount of character and personality and atmosphere to really pull me in. I can come up to Scotland when Welsh finally does a cultivator event. You're not far from Edinburgh, myself in East Lothian. There you go. Yeah, not far from my old where I was born. I used to live in Corstorphine, just down the hill from Edinburgh Zoo, and just down a couple of miles down Princes Street from Edinburgh City Centre. Oh yeah, yes, NX. Farmalytics Connected is a mod which integrates with the Farmalytics bot, a multiplayer management Discord bot which allows you to get multiplayer game chat and much more within your Discord server. You are a clever chap, NX. And I'm not discounting all the other clever chaps who we have in the chat who are making mods as well. But that's bloody clever. Speaking of maps, because I can move a bit now and sit at a desk, which I must admit, mate, I'm so very happy to hear that you've got a bit more freedom around you now, Kim. That is great to hear, mate. You're back at your PC. Because I can move a bit now and sit at a desk. I spent some time yesterday building a new farm on Oran. Oh, mate, Oran. This is the thing. I was having a discussion with my mate Kim earlier today, because I can talk about it because I'm not breaking any rules talking about it, but I can't do anything with Oran because it's technically against the Giants' terms of service, and as a Giants partner I can't, you know, I need to be a good boy. But Oran, Missouri is probably my favourite map ever. It's gorgeous, but it's behind a paywall, and I was happy to be behind that paywall and experience this map. It was you, Kim, who introduced me to the work of this particular modder and map maker. But Oran is just perfect for me, and I had so much high hopes of being able to do something with it on the channel, but I can't, and I'm gutted. I really am gutted. Shad, hello Farmer Sim, how have I been? I'm alright, thank you, buddy. I'm alright, how are you? Very glad to see you, mate. Hope you're keeping well. I escaped the zoo. Yeah. Alright, yeah, fair enough. You're at it now as well, are you, Oz? Joining the club. Let me guess. I was in the chimpanzee enclosure. Right, there we go. But yeah, I'm properly gutted about not being able to run with Oren. It's gorgeous. No worries, Cher. Appreciate your time spent with us this evening, love. Good to see you. Missed a bit there. You take care, mate, and I'll catch you soon. I will say one thing, your bot, which I made for you, will be getting an upgrade to utilise some of the Farmalytics data systems. Bloody hell, mate. That's cool. Thank you. Looking forward to that. Kim is now able to strike me again. What have I done now? Oh, sorry, no, yeah, no, I get right, because she can move again, yeah. Well, she's got a distance to travel, though, I'll tell you that much. In the baboon enclosure. Oh, Dutch. Hit me where it hurts. Can't do an impression of a baboon, though, so... Good job I've got thick skin in it, you lot. Hey? It's not that I can't. It's not that I can't mention the name of the modder, Blue Bug. No, I can, but I just don't want to get anyone in any trouble or anything, because I've just found out today that technically that is against the Giants' terms of service. So it's one of those things where I inquired about it to the relevant places to make sure that I, as a content creator, as a Giants partner, wasn't going to be breaking any rules, because I wanted to do something with this particular map, and I wanted to make some content on it, and I needed to make sure that I wasn't going to be doing anything wrong, in respecting that the obviously we all understand the Giants' terms of service means that, you know, they stipulate that you're not allowed, modders aren't allowed to charge money for mods. And in my mind, I felt there was a little bit of a grey area here, because this particular map maker doesn't charge for the map per se. It's about paying to be part of their Patreon. And when you are part of that Patreon, you get access to all of the maps that they've made. So that's where I was questioning whether that was legitimate or not. I felt I was right to do that, because I didn't want to do something wrong myself and find myself in trouble. You know, I felt it was the right thing for me to do. And sure enough, when I asked the question, it was an emphatic no. Whether it's if it's behind a paywall, whether it's paying for a single mod or anything, it's still considered like donations or something, and it's still considered against the Giants' terms of service. So that's when I had to say, I had to say, right, okay, fair enough. I'm kind of glad I asked, because I was minutes away from starting to record a map tour video. And that's where I was going to be doing this live stream tonight. I was going to be doing on that particular map until I learned that. So I was like, right, sugar, okay, I've got to rethink things. So, yeah, that's where we are now. So, yeah. It is what it is, you know, rules are rules. It is what it, you know, I'm not knocking the rules. The rules are there for a reason. I understand them, I respect them, I'm not arguing against them. I was just gutted, because in this particular case, it's literally my favourite map, and I can't do anything with it, and I really want to do something with it, and it's just a damn shame. So, but it is what it is. Such is life. It is, you know, hey ho. Yeah, nice one, Kim. Thanks, mate. It is. Yeah, I'm not being overly cautious or anything. I'm just trying not to, you know. I don't want to land anyone in any trouble or anything like that. So that's where I'm just keeping stum in that respect, because they make fantastic maps. They make fantastic work, and I do kind of understand if it's what they do full time and they want to, you know, that's how they've chosen to do it. So it is what it is. Yes, as a partner, you can't be seen promoting or condoning it. So yeah, that's thank you, Mark. Yeah, that's exactly it. There you go. Cultivated manually. All done. Lovely stuff. So right, I'm going to get this lot back to the farm. We'll tidy this lot up. We'll go and grab the JCB as well out of field 37. Now that that's done a job. And what time are we on? Well, we're almost approaching 2 hours, so that's going to have timed in relatively perfectly well, I think. We've got the straw blown into the animals that needed it. The cows and the sheep have got some grass. The manure and the slurry's ticking away nicely over in the biogas plant. The rolling's been done in the canola. We've just cultivated that field. We're not going to be drilling that field till April, till next month, till April. When that is going, I can't remember what crop I'm going to put in that field. Actually, it might be soybeans, I think. So let's tidy everything up. We can't have an untidy farmyard, can we? I'm just curious what Kim had in mind for improving this place, because let's have a look at those field prices again. Any shockers? Okay, 2 seconds, buddy. 2 seconds. Let me just drop that down there. So, well, in actual fact, the ones I had taken that still image, hadn't I? Which only had the one recorded in there. So, and that was field 37 that we've just rolled. But this needs tidied up as well. Can't leave that there. Get that door open. I need to get vertical because my body hurts. So TTFN, good seeing you all. Keep being awesome. No worries, buddy. Cheers, Kim. Thanks for spending some time with us, mate. Good to see you. You go get comfortable, my friend. I'll no doubt catch you later for another stream of abuse coming my way. Take it easy, love. Good to see you. So the field prices, right? Let me just bring that up again. So yeah, I've got no record of the other stuff, but the one I clicked on was field 40 here at 23. It's now £23,197 per hectare, but the field prices one was this one. And it was £77,326 per hectare. So that land price has dropped significantly. But if we get rid of that and we go to field 42 here, for example, £20,485 a hectare. I've got no reference to what it was before the mod was installed, Mark, I'm afraid, on any of the other fields, I'm afraid. But these big fields, 21,000 a hectare, yeah. 20,000 a hectare, give or take a bit. That's roughly 31,000 per hectare on that one. It's an incredibly clever mod you've made there, Mark. It really is. The fact that it covers just about everything financially in the game is one of the things that makes it so clever. It's not just the mod, because you did send me initially 3 different mods, didn't you? There was realistic economy, there was the realistic pricing structure, which seemed to focus predominantly on the machinery, and then there was the realistic quantities, which I've now found out since you told me earlier that that's actually now, all of those mods are now rolled into the one realistic economy mod. Is that right? So, and it's just brilliant. It really is. Especially like I mentioned earlier, focusing on the pallets, for example, of eggs and strawberries that we get from greenhouses. In the base game, they do feel extortionately valuable. You know, the pallets of eggs especially. So the fact that what I've now got on the farm, which isn't very much, I do have some chickens on the farm here, but I don't have many, but the fact that the eggs that they produce are worth about 20 quid, for me, is exactly right. That seems about right, doesn't it? Yeah, 18 grand is base, then it goes up on soil quality, etc. Right. See, that's it, you see, the fact that the mod is now, you know, that price fluctuates based on the quality of the soil. So very clever, mate. It is so incredibly clever. But yeah, like I did say, I know, and to those of you wondering, the mod hasn't been released yet. I don't actually think Mr. Thor has put it on. It's not on his Discord or anything yet, but no doubt may well be in the future. So I don't know how it will pan out. Like I say, I couldn't post any links to Mark's Discord in the video description because I couldn't create a link to his Discord channel. That's just how it's set up. So if any of you are interested in getting updates on these mods, jump on my Discord, become a member on my Discord, and no doubt Mr. Thor, who is a very active member on there, will post some updates when they're ready. So yeah. It was just 2 mods. Yeah, sorry, I was counting the third because I had the economy as well. And it was only afterwards that I'd appreciated that they were actually all rolled into that one. So yeah, you're not counting that as a skill issue. Hey FS and chat, what's up? Got caught up doing bounties on Diablo 3. No worries, Ryan. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Good to see you. Sorry, Zero. Good evening, hope all is well. Finally got to catch a live stream. Started playing Farming Simulator after watching you for some time. That's awesome, mate. That really is. Welcome in, buddy. Good to have you on board. Oh, sugar. You're going to stand for a bit. It's just great that you can, Kim, if you are still there. You might have gone already, I don't know. But yeah, the fact that you are able to stand up a bit now is... to be fair, that feels pretty quick. It's only been a couple of weeks now, I think. I suppose, was I in this machine when I got told off the other week for driving? It's excruciatingly fast around here. It is a fast track at the end of the day, and it's tops out with 45 mile an hour, so it's, yeah. It's understandable, isn't it? And it does sound so much better with this Perkins diesel swap. It's a beast. It does need a wash as well, so I think I'll get that done at some point. But we're going to need this roller soon as well, so I'm not going to bother washing that just for now. Parked in there nice and straight ish. Yeah, it was that. Okay. Yeah, thought so. It's too easy to do when you're sitting in cab just talking. Obviously I was talking, we're making the recording, wasn't I? But this time I'm talking to you lot, and it's just too easy to do. But I am going to give it a clean because it's reet mucky. Hey, Leadfoot. Yeah. Need a speed van mod. Let's give that front weight a clean as well. Jetting off. Need the Transit Supervan as a mod. That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? The first one. Still at 20% dirt. There we go. Clean. Job done. Ab Cinematic. One of my all-time favourite mods. I think I am going to be putting together a video in the next few days of my currently like top 10, top 16, top something number of mods, because there's quite a few now mods that I have running in every single save game, whether I start it from scratch or whatever. There's now a list of mods. Mark's mod will be part of that list. Realistic economy, field goals, that's going to be on that list. Obviously I'm not going to be including mods like Courseplay and Auto Drive because they need their own kind of video, but script mods that just add a level of genius to the game are definitely going to be in there. We've got so many now. We really have. I need to spend a bit of time looking at the moisture, Aussie's moisture mod as well. I haven't had a chance to properly look at that yet. But I didn't gel with the moisture system that was within the realistic weather mod. So I need to spend a bit of time looking at that properly. But it's so far, from what I've heard and read from people, it's proving extremely popular. Now what we need to see is Hamish driving a Reliant Robin. We need to see Hamish, full stop. I need to get on and do that, don't I? I need to get a bloody episode made of Bellsmire. I need to get back onto that because I'm falling behind with that. It's been, as I was reminded over on my Discord before by Lux, it's been, I think it's been about a month since I've done an episode of Bellsmire. So to those of you who are following that series, my roleplay series over on Kinlake, I do apologise that I haven't had an episode of that out for the last few weeks. It takes me like 2 or 3 days to make an episode on that series, whereas like I can sit down and I can sit down and record an episode on here or on Gauge or on any other normal Let's Play series. It's, you know, you can sit down and get that done within a few hours, whereas Bellsmire I have to sit and write a script, and then I have to, you know, think about that and make sure I've got it all right and that it's even sounds remotely interesting at all, and then make changes, then record it, then edit it, and the editing that goes into those episodes is a whole lot more than what goes into a normal Let's Play. So it's one of them where it's like, you know, it does take on a lot more time and effort from my part to make it. Good night all, my breakfast awaits. Take care. No worries, Blue Bug. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you. Definitely try it. Adds a fun dimension to the game planning harvest. I will be doing Oz, absolutely, mate. I need to look into it. I've got a to-do list as long as both of my legs, and if those of you who've met me know I'm very, very tall, so that list is very long. But yeah, I have a to-do list that's just ridiculous. I've got so much catching up to do. How do I save my mods for the FSG mod assistant, Mids? I don't, mate. I don't use the FSG mod assistant. I never have done. I just have the traditional method of having mods, which is just one folder full of them. And I just scroll through them all, selecting them as I go. Which I know is a relatively long, drawn-out process. I appreciate that, but I did try the FSG mod assistant once, and I couldn't get my head around it. I think Welsh said he was going to give me some lessons in it one day, as did Mr. Haythornthwaite as well. So yeah, I need to look into that, because I know I've got so many mods now that it does become a bit daft, and I do need to have a bit of a purge as well, because I've got quite a few mods on there that I just don't use, that I've gathered from places that I need to have a bit of a purge. But anyway, there we go. Job's done. The jobs that I wanted to get done anyway. We've got the grass bales. Let me just check through the list. So we've got grass bales into the cows and the sheep. We've fed the pigs. We've blown straw into the pigs. We've shifted slurry manure. We've rolled field 37, even though Courseplay did that technically. We've cultivated field 39. Yeah. Job done, I think. There we are. Awesome. Yes. Dead happy with that. Man, that was quite a lot done considering it's 2 hours and 6 minutes. So yeah, I think I'm going to call it there. I think there we are. When your head is inflated from a large ego, that will happen. No, it won't. No, it won't. But yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I really do appreciate your time. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Follow me along as I babble along with my skill issues, as everyone likes to call them. But yeah, got a bit done. It's been a nice busy episode. I didn't break it. It nearly broke me. It's brilliant, but I just played with my emotions. It just played with my emotions on when to harvest. But yeah, so there we go, folks. Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate you joining me this evening. And thanks to everyone for hitting the like button and everything with that. So yeah, awesome. Thank you. And I'll no doubt see a load of you in Discord soon. I'm going to go and have some food. And yeah, crack on. And I'll catch you. I think I'm going to put it together. I will get to making a Bellsmire episode as soon as I can. I promise you. I do know that I need to get onto that ASAP. But I've got a few videos planned for the next few days anyway. So yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks again for your time, and yeah, appreciate it. Hope you're all well. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I'll see you all soon. Cheers. See you in a bit.